knew I saw him out there. I just wasn't. Maybe I was imagining it. Anthony James is in the studio. We're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is traveling. And I don't travel, but Anthony does, so I live vicariously through him. He went to Mechanicsville and
Virginia.
Yes.
just love that whole idea.
Home. I got to travel again in like 2 to 3 weeks.
And
Nice.
I do think you trailed you brought the cold back with you because it wasn't cold when you left, and it's cold now.
Well, the funny thing was that I had a friend of mine up there that said that posted something on Facebook that says, I think that Anthony has brought the warm weather with him from Florida.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it was in the 70s.
So you're the climate bringer.
Yeah. So I mean, what in the world is going on? I'm used to about 8, maybe 9, 10 degrees, during that time, and it was in the 70s, and I'm like, wow. And then I heard it was hot here, and then when I come back here, now it's
You brought the cold.
it's cold.
But there's
So
a
I'm like,
polar vortex.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but there was some really cold air coming down. So especially in your area of Virginia.
yeah, they got. I think North Carolina too has some snow.
Really?
Some snow right
I
now.
hadn't heard about the
Yeah,
snow.
some parts of North Carolina.
But this is still coming. I mean, it's not here yet. But they say as far south as they said a panhandle. But every time they say that, we get cold too. We don't get
Right.
as cold. Just
right.
we get cold.
Right, and we still get to the 50s and 60s, which is
That's why people come to Florida, though.
Yeah.
Does the hotel fill up? Do you have anybody who lives in the hotel for like 3 months or anything?
oh
like that?
yeah.
Oh, you do.
I got people in there that's been there for 2 years.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
That's their home.
That's their home. That is their home.
I
A lot of
want
people
to. I
do
should
that.
come by and just have a tour. I want to see what when you say a suite.
Yeah.
What? That's not a hotel room like I'm familiar with.
No, it's kind of like our studios. It's like a studio apartment. It has the king size bed, it has a bathroom, has a kitchen. The kitchen has a full size refrigerator, and has a 2-burner stove. We have a dishwasher, so you can cook and prepare meals. There's all your pots, pans, silverware, glasses,
Oh, really?
cups, coffee maker,
Wow.
toaster. All that stuff is in the room as well.
I should live
So,
there.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of people do it. A lot of people. We have clients that will come in on. They're here every single week because they work here.
Yeah,
they might
yeah,
have a home somewhere else, so they might come in here on Monday morning or Sunday night. They'll stay all the way until Friday. Then they'll go home for the weekend. And then they'll just leave their stuff in the room and they'll come back. So we got lots of people that do that. And they stay from 3 months up until, like I said, I have 1 or 2 people that have been there for 2 years.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
snowbirding it is easy when you have all the
Yeah.
comforts of home. Yeah,
Yes, exactly. You don't pay for. It's easy. You don't pay for water. You don't pay for internet. You don't pay for electricity.
yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
So you had a good trip. And where are you going? You said you're going again?
Yes, I have to go to. We have a corporate retreat that I have to go to, so I have to fly into Dulles. So I booked my tickets yesterday for $88 round trip.
Nice.
Round trip
Good job.
from Orlando to IAD, which is Washington Dulles. They Frontier. I'm telling you,
Frontier.
they have a huge. There are $19 and $29 tickets available right now if you go and fly in a certain amount
To
of
DC?
time.
Wow.
No, to anywhere.
To anywhere.
Yeah, like
To New
Houston,
York or
Vegas,
something?
Puerto Rico, all
Really?
those different types of places. So it's
do that.
yeah, and what they do is that's why they're so cheap because they're trying to fill the planes up. So I'm telling you,
really?
it is so. I have to fly to Dallas in March for a Hilton conference, and my family wants to go too in spring break. So I was like, well, it's expensive to fly to Dallas, but we can fly into Houston and just drive 3 hours to Dallas. We
Oh.
can fly into Houston for $19 each.
Oh my gosh.
My
Jump
my
on
goodness.
that.
Each way, so it's
Jump on
$38.
that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you have to do it early? Is there a trick to
Yes,
it?
you have to do it early. You always go to frontierAirlines.com, sign up for their website
email
for
blast and
Yeah,
stuff?
and it'll say, okay, you have to book between this date and this date, but if you go ahead and pay for it now, you could travel between this date and this date. So it might be a 3-week window to where you can purchase your tickets, but it might be, you have to travel within 6 months. So if you know you're going somewhere, or if you say, well, for $29, I'll
just
go somewhere.
wanna go.
Right,
I'll
Yeah,
make a
exactly.
weekend trip out of it. Might as well do it.
Wow.
Sure. Wow.
We have a phone call, Anthony. Let's take that phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Anthony.
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I was eavesdropping last night. My wife was talking to her daughter up in Wisconsin, and they made reservations for a cruise out of Canaveral here to Puerto Rico, not this February, next February, a 7-day job for a little over $400.
Wow.
Wow. And they
And it's just a little bit of money down, very little bit, and it's refundable if you cancel. In front of the trip, I forget what the date would be, but for a little over $400, a 7-day cruise from here to Puerto Rico.
Wow.
And that is absolutely right, because what they can do is they can start the faster you get in, the cheaper it'll be. And like you said, it was a great, probably little to nothing down, which is really awesome, because now you got basically almost probably a year to pay that $400 off.
Wow, that is really
Gosh.
cool. Yeah. So, well, but do you need a passport for Puerto Rico?
I don't think for Puerto Rico you do.
Oh, you don't?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so for Puerto Rico. So
But pretty much every
Canada.
place
everywhere
else,
else,
right?
yeah, you're gonna have to have the little card or whatnot.
And they say we're going to have some kind of an ID even to cross
State lines.
not necessarily in a car, but like from airport to airport, you might have to have something.
Really?
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
told us that. The Travel Girl. Do you know
Right.
who the Travel Girl is? She's famous from,
Right.
not
Yeah,
to
I
me.
forget
I
her.
never
Right.
heard of her.
More and more as we get older and times start changing, it's just going to be more stuff, which
Just to protect us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to follow the rules, or else we won't be going anywhere. So
Exactly.
we'll get a passport. We'll get those
Exactly.
Well,
little
what was the
cards,
thing?
and we'll be set.
There was something I wanted to ask you about.
Sure.
It was $85, right, for 5 years, and you have to be a U.S. citizen, and you have to be flying in the United States.
Yes.
From and to. So from
Yeah.
Florida to Ohio is okay. Florida to Canada is not okay. So $85 for 5 years, you get a fast pass through the what do you call it?
TSA line.
TSA,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what that's what I was saying. My sister has that, to where she flies anywhere, so she gets through TSA quicker. So basically, what you pay the $85, you get all your fingerprints done, you get all your background check stuff done. So when you're flying in America, in the U.S., it's quicker to go through the TSA because you've already been fingerprinted and background checked and everything.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And how long? I haven't flown in forever. I know Robin has, but how long are you normally in that TSA line?
It's probably been about 3 to 4 years since I've flown, and probably a good 10, 15 minutes. But
That's not too bad.
it's not too bad. But a lot of people just want to just go.
How long did you stand in that line?
It wasn't very long.
No?
Maybe about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. It was real quick. You just go.
Well, you
in
don't
there,
look like
do
a
your stuff,
terrorist.
and you're done.
They profile,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. You want like terrorists, which is good.
If some blonde decides to blow up a building, you're in.
Exactly.
You're on the list.
I'm there. Hang out my photo.
Yes,
I'm set.
that's the good thing. That's the good thing about it.
Call you
though.
and Anthony to bail me out.
Yeah, we'll be there. No worries.
Well, and this is something really nice, because you can plan family reunions and things like that, because that's always been a problem. Some people in the family is more affluent than the other people, and
Right.
and you don't have enough cash. But if you could just fly somewhere for $29, that would be marvelous.
It's awesome, and like I said, they fill those flights up too, and and I remember being on a plane one time. I know they lost money. I was going from DC to Atlanta or Atlanta to DC, and I think it was maybe like 10 people on that plane.
Oh,
so
my.
You can imagine how much
wow.
money was lost.
It's crazy,
on
yeah.
that, but they have to fly. They have to make the flight. So
Right,
Wow.
exactly. So you had a good family, a good Christmas Eve. Everybody was in their pajamas with their hot chocolate
yes,
and stuff.
we had a
I
wonderful.
was dying to
wonderful-
ask you.
Yes, we had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I'm glad to be back home in Ocala. You know, I said to my wife, I'm like, you know, I've grew up here all my life, but now I'm ready to go home. So home is now Marion
Yeah,
County.
yeah, that's the
You
way
know,
I
so it was
feel
good
too.
to get back. Traffic was crazy.
Yes.
Traffic. I think everybody left Florida and went north for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then the same day we were coming back, South Carolina, it took us about 5 hours to get through South Carolina, when it usually only takes us about 2 hours and 45 minutes. To get
On
through
what,
there.
I-95?
Wow.
I-95. It
Wow,
was.
that's
but
unbelievable.
Yeah, but it's just all 2 lanes. But once you got into Georgia, it's 3 lanes. It kind of opened up, and then the traffic was faster. But I think that was happening. And we came up 301, area, and so once we got to Ocala and we were driving past where 75 was, we saw that 75 going south was backed up.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
From exit
yeah.
350 right there. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I'm just wondering what happened in Florida where everybody went north.
I
It
think
was
so.
crazy.
I
Crazy.
think so. But you really are giving people a wonderful opportunity, especially when they come to stay at your hotel, because you said you feel you're home now, and that's what you do at Homewood Suites. You make people feel like they're home.
Yeah, we have to. That's how we keep our guests coming back over and over and over, and we continue the trend.
Well, you got us in the mood again to travel. Anthony,
Yes.
I'm glad you had a good time. It's always good to see you. I'm
Glad
glad
to
you came
see
into
you
the
all.
studio. I like
Yeah.
you here. I know it's a problem. You got to come all the way over here, but
I love to come over here. It's the only times that I don't get to come is when somebody calls in or whatever. But I love your haircut too.
oh, thanks. Thanks. I forgot.
know, isn't that great?
All right, we'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Stocks under pressure on Wall Street as North Korea claims to have successfully carried out a hydrogen bomb test.
This is a lot of cause for concern. They can, of course,